Hello students, your topic for today is resolution of industrial dispute. So, industrial dispute arises when employees and the employers fail to sort out their differences. Industrial dispute is always harmful to all the persons associated with such industry as it affects all stakeholders, management, employees, economy, and society. The employers suffer losses in production, revenue, profits, and even sickness of the plants, whereas the employers may suffer due to loss of wages and even jobs. Since the industries are the pillars to economic growth, any dispute is detrimental to the rate of growth of the economy, which ultimately affects the whole society. Therefore, Industrial Disputes Act 1947 provides machinery to resolve such disputes by following ways. First is collective bargaining, second is grievance redressal, third is arbitration, fourth is conciliation, and the last is adjudication. So, collective bargaining. Collective bargaining is the most effective method of resolving industrial disputes. It occurs basically through work committee, that is, when representatives, both workmen and employer, meet to settle the differences which may be due to disputes in wages, benefits, work, rules, etc. Since both parties have their representatives, they can collectively bargain to protect their interest and reach a settlement. Then is the grievance redressal mechanism. So, a grievance may be defined as a sort of dissatisfaction to workmen with any aspect to the organization wherein he is employed. The same needs to be redressed for the betterment of the industry. The Industrial Disputes Act 2010 has substituted a new chapter, that is chapter 2B, in the act with purpose to establish an effective tool to resolve industrial disputes. The title of the chapter is Grievance Redressal Machinery. Section 9C of the act provides for the establishment of grievance redressal machinery. Then comes the arbitration. So, arbitration is a method of settlement of a dispute wherein a neutral third party appointed by both parties apprehends the bargaining situation after listening to both the parties and studying other information. An award is made on such settlement that binds the parties. Arbitration is effective as a means of resolving disputes because it is relatively expeditious as compared to court. Conciliation. So, conciliation is a process to resolve the dispute where representatives of workers and employers are brought together before a third party with a view to convince them to arrive at mutual settlement. The conciliation officer basically acts as a catalyst who deals with parties separately and collectively in order to provide an effective solution to the dispute. The appropriate government may appoint one or more conciliation officer charged with the duty of mediating in and promoting the settlement of industrial disputes. Section 12 of the Act provides the duties of conciliation officer, wherein the conciliation officer is required to hold conciliation proceedings in case of any industrial dispute or where the dispute relates to a public utility service and a notice under Section 22. Other duties include investigation of disputes, appropriate steps to settle the dispute, submission of reports to appropriate government, etc. Similarly, a board of conciliation may also be referred for settlement of the dispute. The Board of Conciliation is another authority recognized under Industrial Disputes Act 1947 to promote the settlement of industrial disputes. Duties of board are similar to the duties of conciliation officer, like to take necessary steps for settlement of the dispute, submission of reports and memorandum of settlement to appropriate government within 2 months. In case of no settlement, the board must submit the full report of steps taken by it while working for the settlement. The report shall be in writing and signed by all the members of the board. Then the last is adjudication. So industrial disputes can be resolved by way of adjudication, that is settlement of any industrial dispute by labor court or industrial tribunal. The appropriate government may refer a dispute to adjudication depending on the failure of conciliation proceedings. Section 10 of the Industrial Dispute Act 1947 provides for reference of a dispute to the court of inquiry or labor court or industrial tribunal. The decision of a court of inquiry or labor court or tribunals is binding on both the parties, and the act also provides for the rules regarding the composition and powers of the court of inquiry, labor courts, and tribunals. That's all for today. Thank you.